Who in the hell would want to go through debt settlement? It ruins your credit. It doesn't work. You'll never be able to buy a house. These were the thoughts that I had when I was in my mortgage industry days 15 years ago. These were the thoughts of most people that heard about debt settlement had back then. It wasn't until I actually saw the strategy of debt settlement work and work well that I became a believer. You see, debt settlement isn't for everyone, and I wasn't looking at the strategy from a person who had overwhelming credit card debt perspective. I was looking at the strategy from someone who was trying to buy a house or get a loan on a house. People struggling with overwhelming credit card debt were not my clientele at this point in my life. And I had no idea how many people were actually struggling until I was actually introduced to debt settlement in 2007. Then I saw the data. Millions upon millions of people were in tremendous credit card debt compared to what they can actually afford to pay back. I saw a huge solution to a huge problem. It just made sense. If people had gotten into a situation financially where they couldn't afford more than their minimum payments, or they didn't have any money in the bank, or they didn't foresee any increase in income in the near future, this strategy of debt settlement does work. Over the next 10 years, I was in and out of the industry. The issue was every company was marketing the same way, sending out mailers for an unsecured personal loan to pay off their debt. The reality was that person would probably never receive that loan because they were either maxed out, they were barely making their minimum payments. People who were actually good fits for debt settlement, but the marketing and sales process being used to get them into this program just didn't feel right. Like I said before, debt settlement isn't for everyone, but it is for people that we talked about in those three situations where, they don't have very much money left over at the end of the month because they can barely afford their minimum payments. They had no money in the bank, and they couldn't foresee any increase in income in their near future. The reason why I brought that up twice is because those people, if they continue to keep on that minimum payment cycle, it'll take them 25, 30 years just to pay down their credit card debt. And if you're a 45-year-old person, you're going to be 75. If you're 25, you're going to be 55. Just think about how long that is. Why not look at a debt settlement process, a strategy that does work, that gets people out of debt within 24 to 48 months? It's a normal strategy. It's used every single day by the credit card companies. They settle with their credit card holders every single day. So what I did is we started Smart Debt Relief, and the goal is to normalize the process of debt settlement. It doesn't need to be hidden by a fake, offer for a loan that you're going to get declined for. And yes, I do realize more people are going to respond to an unsecured personal loan offer than an offer for debt settlement. That's because people understand a personal loan. So we started to create this content on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and a podcast. It's explaining the exact process of debt settlement, the pros, the cons, explaining who it's for, and more importantly, explaining who it's not for, answering frequently asked questions. Again, just feel free to visit all those platforms. You'll be able to see those videos. But we realize it's going to take some time for debt settlement to be a normal option for people. But we're going to continue to keep creating content that explains the process and continue to give you examples of people we've helped, so you're not alone in this situation when it comes to being overwhelmed with credit card debt. Whether you're hearing this on our Facebook page or our Instagram or YouTube or podcasts, do yourself a favor if you want. Follow along as we're going to be creating content on a weekly basis for you. Hope all is well with everything that's going on in your life, and we look forward to helping you out if you do need the help. Thank you very much and have a great day.